From the Fox 5 studios, this is the RebZone Sports Show.
Longest run of the day so far for Williams at 12 yards. Now Rodgers to the end zone. Wide open. Kyle Williams for the touchdown.
Honestly, I can't wait for the entrance, the full capacity with the fans. I can't wait for a lot. Just being on the field, lining up, hearing that whistle blow. I mean, it's an honor, and I'm ready.
Can't wait. Cannot wait. I haven't driven down that road since we came here for a game, so just driving here, just my mate Leaf, it was just like the nerves and everything going again. Then we were back in the locker room, and it was just like we were getting ready for game day. So I cannot wait. Yeah, I'm really excited, especially for fans and stuff like that. It's going to be something special, I think.
And the Rebels get a big opening. Williams right down the middle. He could go. Nobody will catch him. No flags. 80-yard touchdown run.
It's a lot of optimism with this team, so I don't feel like last year was something where you just dwell on. You know, you learn from it, you move on, and you get better from that. And I feel like this team's got a lot better, and we got a lot of great players, and we got a lot of great coaches, and we got a lot of great people that's behind us. And we love the support, and just know that we're going to put our best foot forward, and we're going to go out there and try to get a lot of W's.
Happy birthday, Chuck. The Chuck Wagon turning 23 years old today. Coach, remember when you were 23? Those were the days, right?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah.
In the flesh, Coach Arroyo in the Fox 5 studios. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Happy to have you here.
Yeah,
I mean, last year was Zoom. Zoom was Zoom.
Yeah.
But this is nice. You know, I'm on a box, so I'm a little like we're eye level. So
got it.
It's in person.
Got it.
Yeah,
good.
We have a fun show planned tonight. We are breaking down Coach Arroyo's first ever fall camp at UNLV. You know, it was a little hot out there, but we survived. We'll find out which players really grew this year and are impressing the coaches. And I can already tell you one of those guys is junior inside linebacker Jacoby Windman. We sat down with this rising star who's becoming a leader on the defense this year. We learned about his story growing up in New Orleans and now playing on the same team with his high school teammate, Jere Williams. And hey, I hope you're not tired because Coach File is about to wake you up. We'll hear Coach File mic'd up tonight. Never, ever a dull moment with this guy. He cracks me up every day at camp this month. But Coach, glad to have you here. Really want to dive into your team. I know the depth chart's being released tonight, so want to just first off just get an update on the quarterbacks and your evaluation this week on them.
Yeah, they've had a good off season. You know, it's a chance to get finally in person and to get on the board, to be 3D in a lot of ways, like I've said before, and not learn off of Zoom or in separated theaters. So they've done a good job working into the season and the off season, and they've done a good job in training camp of really pushing forward and understanding a little bit better each day the offense and being able to build chemistry with wideouts and offensive line and really the holistic approach to what they have to do.
Are all three guys preparing to start for Thursday?
Yeah, I mean, the bulk of the reps has gone to Doug and then to Justin, and then Cam's come in as a true freshman who's an early enrollee. And then we've got three great walk-ons we're excited about, and with Tate and Matt and Haywood. So all those guys have done a really good job getting into camp and pushing the envelope.
Well, everyone in town knows about Tate Martell, the Bishop Gorman grad. Obviously, he came into camp with his right thumb injury after undergoing surgery. How is he doing? Is he getting better with you guys?
Yeah, I mean, he's just another example of how we continue to shrink the gap on guys that can come forth in our program in our first year and really help us out in any role. And the opportunity we had to meet in summer and communicate and see if we could be a fit has been good. And I'm excited to see him get healthy and see what we can do just like anybody else.
Well, you have a lot of depth in your wide receiver room. Kyle Williams coming off a really strong freshman season. Your expectations for Kyle this year?
Kyle's done a really good job, obviously coming off last year, and a young man coming out of high school who just jumped right into a COVID season was really tough. It's never easy, regardless of how you transition into it. So he's done a great job of maturing and really working in the offseason. The chemistry between those guys. We're not at the optimal depth we'd like to be in year 2 or year 3 of a program when you start to get real numbers at every position. So, but we're working forward, to, working better than we have. And we've got a good group there, and Kyle's a real leader at that position.
Well, Coach, I could talk for 30 minutes about your defense, but really just want to ask you who's popped on defense this fall camp. Coach Hansen told me most improved was Noel Williams. Who has impressed you this fall camp?
Yeah, I mean, the defense overall has done, I mean, just like everybody else. I mean, the opportunity that you finally get to get down with coaches and to get in a room, to get around each other, to get a winter conditioning and training with Coach File, to learn how to gel together, to get a true spring ball, and you get 15 practices with time in between days, to sit down and learn the offense, to be together, to learn, understand each other, get a summer training player-led practice, and then move it into training camp. You can see guys are much more connected. And I think that guys like Noel, as an example, who played as a true freshman, that jump you can make from having to get the experience of playing as a true freshman to now, and then get a true off season is really, really good. But there's been a ton of guys that have transitioned really well. You know, Jacoby is one of those guys. We've got a couple new additions that we'll talk about, I believe, later at the defensive line position we brought in. So we've tried to bolster that side of the ball. We really believe in defensive football and strategy in regards to how you can win as a program. So the onus is there.
Excited to see their physicality on Thursday against Eastern Washington. So we just broke down the Rebels fall camp, but how are the Eagles going to look on Thursday night? They're a top team in the FCS, and they'll be pumped up to play at Allegiant Stadium, that's for sure. Coach Arroyo and I break down Eastern Washington coming up next.
You're watching the RebZone Sports Show on Fox 5.
Welcome back. Coach Arroyo, still in the flesh, still hanging out. We survived our first segment together.
First quarter, so good.
First quarter.
Yeah.
We're on to the second quarter. Eastern Washington, a very talented football team coming into town on Thursday, ranked 11th in the preseason poll, second in the Big Sky Conference. How are you preparing your guys to go up against a really good offense?
Yeah, well, both sides of the ball. I mean, you got an experienced group coming down to play us. Coach Best has done a great job there for a long time. And that program has perennially been a very strong, prolific program. I mean, you're talking about a team that is regularly in the top 20, top 10 of their division. So they're going to come in ready to roll. They've got a talented group of older guys who come back. They've got some COVID seniors that are coming back. They've got talented guys outside. They've got a defense that's been together for a long time. Who's coached really, really well. They've got some skilled guys outside who can be a threat. Their quarterback's a very talented football player. So they're a very good football team, and we've got our hands full. It's going to be really exciting Thursday night.
All of the players have said, don't overlook Eastern Washington, don't underestimate Eastern Washington. Defensively, how are you preparing for their quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to make sure that we understand that guy's a threat both in the throw game and the pass game, and so we've got to really keep him corralled, make sure we're really disciplined, we be good with our eyes, got to be a good tackling football team in the first couple weeks of college football, regardless who you're playing. You saw that come to light actually yesterday in week 0 with some of these football teams. So you see a lot of fundamentals come out to play, and that's going to be a really important aspect for us, especially with a guy like him who can move and beat you both ways.
When you have such a young football team like you do, what's been your message this fall camp when you're preparing for such a veteran team?
Well, I mean, we're in our first training camp, so we can't really go out there and start talking too much about other people. We've got a lot of things on our list we've got to get done, and a lot of things in our home we've got to take care of first. I mean, we've got to teach our systems, we've got to teach our identity, you know, our effort, our toughness, our commitment, our discipline, the way we play, our scheme. Right now, that's been at the forefront of everything. You got to then start touching on it. You get closer to it. This last week and a half, we've really started to dive in a little bit more of them and what we can do. And our guys understand the urgency, and they understand that this is a very good football team coming in who's coached well, who's just getting off a spring season. So they're still warm. And so we're excited about the opportunity Thursday night for sure.
So you got Eastern Washington, but looking at the 2021 schedule, you guys also have 2 big games coming up after Eastern Washington, ASU and Iowa State. So 2 big games after Eastern Washington. You guys just really start the season hot.
Well, we've got all big games. Okay, let's make sure we make sure we understand they're all big. We have an FCS top 10 team coming in, obviously Thursday night. You've got then back-to-back 2 top 25 teams in Arizona State and Iowa State. And Iowa State's in the top 10 and being discussed for playoff contention. And then you roll into conference, and our conference is no slouch. And so we've got our hands full. We've got a schedule early on that's going to test us. We've got to get through that and make sure that our guys are ready to roll. And I think that we're excited for that opportunity.
I'm excited for the Alamo Dome. I've been there once or twice.
Yeah, no, I've been to Alamo Dome a couple times. We played a bowl game there in the past, which is a great bowl
TCU?
game there. Yeah, no, we had Oklahoma State. Yeah,
Okay.
we played Colorado there not too many moons ago. But the Riverwalk's always a good time to go down there, and hopefully our fans will follow us down there and get an opportunity to get down there in Texas. We've got a lot of recruits in Texas that we've got on our team. We recruit Texas really well. It's a big part of what we do. So an opportunity to get down to San Antonio and play that game in week 4 without looking too far ahead, but still is a good opportunity for us to go out and get on the road and travel and continue to grow.
I was talking to a few players and they said they've never been to San Antonio, so that'll be an exciting trip. Can't wait. Excited for this whole season, really. But coming up next, we sit down with the New Orleans native Jacoby Windman. The junior is getting ready to take the field in a new position this season and tells me he's hungry to lead the Mountain West in tackles and sacks this season. Our interview is coming up.
You're watching the RebZone Sports Show on Fox 5.
Welcome back to the RebZone. Coach Arroyo and I in the Fox 5 studios, getting you guys ready for the 2020 football season. Well, Coach, I want to talk about this guy right here, junior inside linebacker Jacoby Windman, making the switch from defensive end to inside this season. Why did you guys think that was a good fit for him?
Well, again, we got an opportunity to see Jacoby in that short time we had trying to put things together fast, and you'd normally get to see some of your team and your traits and kind of how you could put things together and when you're a new staff in spring ball or off season. We didn't have that. And so we got a chance to, like I said, and I said that during the season, we're evaluating our roster in that season. So we did use it as kind of a spring season. We got to find out who we had, what kind of tools we got, how we could recruit, how we could, maximize our roster. And one of the things we saw was we've got a really talented player who's right now set at one spot into the boundaries, an outside backer, where, his position flexibility and playing towards closer to the middle of the defense gives us an advantage. Gives us the tools we need and his tools to maximize, playing from sideline to sideline. And I think that hopefully that's the plan that moves forward effectively.
Well, we sat down with the junior inside linebacker earlier in fall camp to get to know his story, just a little bit more about being from New Orleans and coming over to UNLV. Take a listen.
Ether, the lone receiver at the bottom, he has 2 touchdowns tonight. Starkville gets hit and brought down in the backfield in a hurry. Jacoby Windman.
That's a name you'll hear a lot this season.
Pressure coming, and Hayner is dropped. They take him down at the 45-yard line, and a big play by Windman there.
Jacoby Windman, the junior inside linebacker, is looking to build off a strong sophomore season where he led his team in sacks with 5, the most from a Rebel since 2013. All eyes will be on Windman to lead the defense this year.
His passion for the game is his leadership. If a guy wants to be excellent, they just have to watch him take the field, watch him and listen to him love the game. And that's his leadership right there.
Defense, listen, bro, listen. The key word today is trust, bro. Trust your brother. I trust Carlo. I'm going to trust that he going to be in his gap.
Why have you decided to take on a leadership role, and why have you decided, like, all right, I'm going to be that guy that sets the tone for this camp?
I feel like just the way I play, the way I play have to match the way I talk. So I'm more of a lead by example type guy. So through the last year, I had a good year. It wasn't the best, but it was a good little start. And I just feel like the guys, they like that. They feed off their energy. So this year that's coming up, I just feel like I just need to keep giving them all the energy so they can feed off it. And, we just be great together.
Jacoby, what do you like about moving to inside linebacker this year?
I just like that I'm in the middle of everything. Like, I feel like the ball, I could always be around the ball no matter what. So no matter if they want to go left, I'm going to be there. If they want to go right, if they want to come up the middle, they can't run from me. So that's one thing that I like most.
Jacoby, talk to me about your journey of you getting here to UNLV and kind of how surreal it is to play at Allegiant Stadium, look at the Strip every day. Talk to me a little bit about your journey.
It's been great so far, you know. New Orleans, it's a good city to be in, but I mean, it's nothing like Vegas. I love my city, but the things I've seen out here in Vegas is just you don't see anywhere. The transition, it was pretty good. Seeing all the lights, all the cameras, the mountains is just all good to me. So I'm just still trying to like take it in as I go.
Are you trying to set an example for guys back home to leave home, go grow, go be successful?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I get guys all the time hitting me up, you know, on social media or my number, just telling me how proud they is, and you know, guys looking up to me. And you know, it's all love, you know, because I feel like if I could do it, they could do it. And I always just try to preach that. One guy tried to tell me like, you trying to be like me. I'm like, I want you to be better than me, you know. I'm just setting the standard. The standard could always go up.
This is a huge year for you. What do you want to get done on the football field this year?
My personal goals, I want to lead the Mount West in tackles and sacks, and you know, I want to get a couple takeaways from that. You know, just being a defensive player, a ball hawk. You know, just being able to go in there and take the ball away, and I want to be first team all conference.
Coach, was Jacoby's leadership always there, or was that something that really grew this year and really shined to really lead the defense this year?
Again, I mean, it's something that showed up, you know, we saw in pieces last year with what we got a chance to do, but it's shown up more in a true offseason. That's where a lot of leadership comes out in players, and leadership for us is strictly defined as influence. It's not a title, it's not a role, it's not a place in line, it's the influence you have on a team. And so Jacoby's passion and the way he works are the biggest things that were mentioned in that piece that really are things that shine through. When you go watch him, you don't need to hear him. It's his movement and the things he do is very indicative of how his style of play and his passion for the game. And I think that in itself is really something that the rest of the team sees and the rest of the program picks up.
How would you describe his work ethic? A lot of the players have praised his work ethic this fall camp.
Yeah, I mean, you can see in everything he does. He's first in, he's last out. Yeah. He's got, you know, championship style effort that he's learning. He's got toughness. He's got discipline. He's accountable. He likes football. He plays it the right way. He plays it fast. I mean, all the things that you're looking for when you check the boxes from a high-profile way of looking at it, he's got that. And so we're only scratching the surface with him, too. I mean, moving him from the first time he's ever been really at the middle of the defense, we're as excited as he is, and I think that's going to be something that's very advantageous to us moving forward.
I can't wait to see him on Thursday. Hope he gets a lot of takeaways and balls out on Thursday.
No
but
doubt.
I hope you're not falling asleep because Coach File is about to wake you up. Yeah, you know we had to mic him up. Had to get ready with him. Coach File, you're going to hear his whistles in your sleep tonight. We have him mic'd up next.
Hey, man, chill out. Hey, the feds are watching. You'll be talking to me today. Julio, don't talk to me today. Don't talk to me today.
You're watching the RebZone Sports Show on Fox 5.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. The fun is really just getting started on the RebZone because we're talking about Coach File, the loudest man I possibly know. I can hear him from the parking lot. I mean, I should just record him and he should be my alarm clock. He's that loud. But how did you meet File? How do you know File?
Me and File go back quite a few years. Our first year going back, my second year at Oregon, he came in with the strength conditioning group there that was at Georgia. And I actually had met File, and we didn't know it then. We met going back to the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, cool.
When we were there. He was with the strength and conditioning program there. I was with Dirk and Glenn at that time. That's where I met Glenn and some other guys who'd been through there. So we'd have first met in Atlanta. We didn't know it then that we'd cross paths now, and here we are, fast forward, you know, umpteen years later now, and we're two closest friends. And your strength and conditioning coach is the probably most pivotal piece of any college football program. Many people don't know that because they don't realize how much time your kids spend with your strength and conditioning staff in a real program. So he's a huge piece of what we've done. He was my first hire.
I was going to say, why do your players love File?
Well, I think no different than you know, we're all human. I mean, anytime you can get someone who's that authentic, that organic, has that much humility, and then has that much energy for life and passion for what they do, I think that those things become, really hard to ignore when you get into a working relationship or regular relationship as a human being. And so our guys really, I've been attracted to him wherever we've been at other places too. It's just, he's got that magnetism with guys that are drawn to him. And I think you'll see that in our relationship with our guys. You're seeing that in our program in just the first offseason.
You ready to hear him? Let's take him.
I know.
I'm a man of the people. What can I say, man? Hey, man, chill out. Hey, the feds are watching. Don't be talking to me today. Julio, don't talk to me today. Don't talk to me today. Freaking league. You look good out here in that white jersey, man. Mic'd up. Try not to insult you too much. Woo! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reach. Oh, my God, hey. Wow. Just keep going. Just all the way down. Right now is the calm before the storm. 4 minutes. It's go time. That's the Predator right there. Number 7, baby. Don't be intimidated, Sammy. I see you, Bryce. Oh, big body Bryce. Rosa. Chuck, you ready to go today, man? Can't believe you jumped over me. Oh, you scared? You're lucky. I was coming for it. I was going for the throat. Yes, sir. Number 25. Call you Squirt. Come on, Fresh. Come on, 8. Choose violence, bro. Yeah, find it. He gone. You ain't making that tackle, bro. Oh, man, I thought I felt the ground shaking. Big boys on the move, plus the flying Hawaiian. Josh Tejada. Hey. Yes. Yes, sir. Here we go. 1 minute. Let's go, baby. Expect some people, too. Aussie.
Had to have File on the first show. Had to have him.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Cracks me up.
Yeah.
But Nux, Coach, congrats on your first show. Good luck on Thursday.
Sounds good.
We'll
Can't
see
wait.
you here next Sunday.
Sounds good. Like a plan.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching Fox 5 News. Watch us live wherever you are on our mobile, on our streaming news app. And you can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.